All right, let's get this straight. You think the story of the Radium Girls is just some quaint historical tragedy, a boo-hoo story about workplace safety? Oh, you sweet summer child. This isn't a story about an accident. It's a case study in corporate sociopathy in the 1920s. Being a ghost girl was the dream job. Painting watch dials with glowing, radium-laced paint. They were told it was safe, even healthy. They were encouraged to lick the brushes to get a fine point, a technique they called lip dip paint. Were literally paid to ingest poison, and they did it with a smile, because who questions progress? Who questions a paycheck? It's also painfully, predictably human. You know, USRC had a better mortality rate than most modern HR departments' wellness programs. At least the radium gave you a nice glow before the necrosis set in. But then, the inevitable happened. The girls' teeth started falling out. Their jaws literally crumbled away in a condition they called radium jaw. Their spines disintegrated. And what did the benevolent U.S. Radium Corporation do? Did they sound the alarm, express a shred of human decency? Please? They knew they had internal documents from their own chief chemist, their own inventors' men who were also dying from the stuff describing the injurious effects. Instead, they launched a smear campaign when these young women, crippled with agony, sought help. The company doctors dutifully diagnosed them with syphilis. A brilliant move, really. Shame the victim, discredit her testimony. It's straight out of the corporate playbook. Chapter 1. Geez, you people never learn. Pathetic. It gets worse. USRC actually commissioned a so-called independent study from a Harvard expert. His findings were damning. The factory was a radioactive hellscape, and the girls were riddled with poison. So, what does the company president, Arthur Roeder, do? He has the report doctored, falsified. The version submitted to the government claimed every girl is in perfect condition. The audacity is almost impressive if it weren't so pathologically evil. This wasn't an oversight. It was a conspiracy of silence, a calculated decision that these women, their lives, their bodies, their dignity were an acceptable cost for profit. They treated their workers not as humans, but as disposable components, exploiting their societal vulnerability because they believed they could get away with it. And for a while, they did so. At the end of this grotesque circus, what's the lesson? Justice eventually prevails. Hardly. The lesson is that for a corporation, your life has a price tag, and it's always lower than the cost of a recall. So, that begs the question, has anything really changed, or have corporations just gotten better at hiding the bodies? Think about it, Dot, or don't. Your pathetic brain, your choice. Love these facts? Hit like, follow, share my content, and subscribe to get more content like this. And if you want more of these disturbing truths, or have questions about the cosmic absurdities we just unraveled, comment below. Yeah, do it. Or don't. Who gives a sound of a dismissive scoff anyway?